Are you communicating clearly with your team? Clear communication is so important in your organization and really any aspect of your life. When you are able to communicate clearly, that changes everything. A lot of problems that I have seen, and even within my own organization, have been due to a lack of clarity or miscommunication. And so it's very important to be very clear and to communicate well and often with your team. So some ways that you can do that is, one is to establish a method of communication. How are you going to communicate with the people on your team? Is it, in face-to-face meetings, little stand-up meetings? Is it through Slack or Trello or email? Anything like that. But just have some kind of definite set way method of communicating with them. And then also just to be very clear about your communication. So, ask them when you're done communicating something to them, do you have any questions? Is this any way unclear? And then make sure you're documenting these conversations also, especially important things like meeting things, action items, stuff like that. Make sure that you're going back and you're documenting those things so that there's a clear record of communication with things, and especially in the important things, because if there's any issues, you can always go back to that and say, well, here is the email or the communication that we had about this, so why wasn't this done, or what happened here? You have a frame of reference for that. So if you're not sure, you can always ask your team. Just ask them, am I being clear? Am I communicating clearly enough for you? People like to be communicated with in different ways, so maybe take a look at how the people on your team need to be communicated with. Just make sure that you're communicating clearly, and that will help you avoid miscommunications and problems down the road. If you want to talk more about this or learn more, you can go to my website, themelissajohnson.com.